What's going on, guys? I'm going to take you through a shoulder and tricep workout. I'm going to explain what exactly it is that I'm doing to at least maintain size, if not gain a little bit of size, and then also improve my strength. So I'm going to teach you guys the best way to gain size and strength, because regardless what people think, the two are not always synonymous. So let's begin by talking about the program that I am going over. And one thing that I would like to emphasize is that I do have a specific structure to my shoulder workouts, or at least my front delt workouts, but I do not have a specific program that I'm using for my triceps. And the workout for my triceps, as far as rep ranges and sets, does differ quite a bit from my shoulder training. So to be clear, I am breaking the different heads of my shoulders up into different workouts. I train my front delts or my standing overhead presses on separate days. Then I train my rear delts. I train my rear delts with my backs, or with my back day, which is usually the day before I do overhead pressing. So the program you guys are seeing me do here is a 5x5 program. I split my workout or my shoulder workout here on this day into two similar but separate movements: standing dumbbell overhead press and standing barbell overhead press. I'm using 55 pounds right here. It's pretty moderate. I am using specific percentages based on a 1 rep max. Now what I am doing to improve my strength is every week I am adding 5 pounds to my dumbbell overhead press, maintaining that 5x5 structure, and then I'm adding 5 to 10 pounds on my standing barbell overhead press, again using that 5x5 method. Now I believe you are currently watching my last set for my 5x5 with these 55-pound dumbbells, and I am going to go up to 60-pound dumbbells, and I'm going to do a set for max repetitions. I'm not sure how many I got. I think it was around 14 or 15 reps. When I'm performing this exercise, I make sure to keep my core contracted. I flex my glutes as tight as I can and my hamstrings just to maintain that strong foundation. And then I'm focusing on full range of motion. So when I bring these dumbbells down, or these dumbbells begin their descent, I make sure I touch my shoulders and then drive all the way up to the top. And my main purpose for performing this set was simply to get in some extra work and then also just challenge myself a little bit. The 5x5 was pretty simple, and it's fun going in the gym and being able to find a specific lift that you can challenge yourself on. Now I've moved to the standing barbell overhead press. This is a set of 5 reps with 165. I did do a 5x5 here. I did not pick specific percentages. I just chose a weight that felt right. This was the heaviest that I went, and it felt okay. It didn't feel great, but I did get those 5 reps. I was a little bit fatigued, and I really just wanted to test myself a little bit. I didn't do it for any other purpose other than to test myself. I did drop down, again, not based on specific percentages, but just on feel. And I do not recommend, especially if you're a novice lifter, that you choose weights based on feeling. I do think it's important to track your progress and to figure out what your 1 rep max is and work your way from there. And a couple of reasons why not only novice lifters, but even advanced lifters should maintain some sort of a protocol is 1, to avoid overreaching, and then 2, for that specific structure when you're going into the gym. Having a specific program and a specific protocol really does improve your efficiency and your effectiveness in the gym. So with that being said, interestingly enough, I did switch up my program here on this day. I did still get 5 sets in, but my repetitions vary slightly. And again, I was going based on feeling and not based on specific percentages. So here, like my standing dumbbell overhead press, I'm just going for max reps, somewhere between 14, 15, 16 repetitions. This is my last set here, and I was glad that it was, because by this time I was pretty fatigued. I had already had a pretty solid shoulder workout, and I was ready to move on to the tricep portion of my workout. So here, just focusing on some endurance and also focusing on that motor pattern for that overhead press. I am starting to get a little bit sloppy with these repetitions and a little exhausted as I hold that weight at the top. But overall, I feel that I did finish this workout pretty strong. And this is me just acting like an idiot and doing nothing productive at all. So enjoy that. And now we're moving on to the tricep portion of the workout. Again, my rep schemes are slightly different. Actually, they're a lot different than my standing shoulder press. Almost all of my sets have similar repetitions to what I was doing for my final set on my standing overhead presses. These are anywhere between 15 and 25 repetitions. I do get a little bit of elbow pain, so I try to make sure that I'm using a weight that doesn't aggravate my elbows too much, and then really just focus on proper mechanics with the movement. Here, when you perform a tricep skull crusher, you want to make sure that you're kicking your dumbbells back and up at an angle. You don't want to kick those dumbbells straight up. You're kicking your dumbbells back and up at an angle. So I'm going to sit up here, get a little bit of a breather, and then lay back down and hit 5 or 6 more reps, whatever number it is, just to finish burning out that muscle. And then I'll move on to the next set. Now, I believe I performed 4 to 6 sets for each of my tricep exercises. My first exercise being right here, this dumbbell skull crusher, and then my second exercise being this cable push down. Now, I've used cables for years, and I really have found that it's helped to reduce elbow aggravation. And then it's also just been unbelievably effective and efficient as far as overall tricep development. With that being said, I do believe that you should reduce the number of single joint movements that you perform. Studies are quite clear that performing large core movements like the deadlift, the squat, the bench press, or as you saw in this video, the standing overhead press, they truly are superior when it comes not only to building strength, but also when it comes to building a superior physique. So be sure to spend most of your time performing those large movements, and then if you would like to use these single joint movements to complement your other lifts, then by all means go ahead and do so. And finally, I'm at the end of my workout and I'm just having a little bit of fun, doing a little bit of incline walking with these kettlebells. These are 16 kilogram kettlebells in each hand. I was not trying to grab any of the heaviest weight, simply using this for endurance and to train my heart. I think that people get lost with doing cardiovascular exercise to decrease body fat, but I really like using it for health and wellness reasons, which you have to keep in mind that the most important muscle in your body is your heart. So I do recommend that you perform anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes each day of somewhat rigorous, at least moderate cardiovascular exercise. It does not have to be quite like this, but jump on an elliptical or a treadmill or a stair climber to make sure that you're protecting your heart and treating it like any other muscle that you would train. And I promise you that if you do cardiovascular exercise, it will most certainly complement your overall strength and your strength training. So we are coming to the end of this workout, and I just want to thank you guys for checking out the video. I hope that it was useful. I hope that you give it a shot. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment below. Look at that unbelievable food, and I will check you guys later. Peace.